Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I actually want to abandon these sieges. We know that they sailed up this direction, and I'm betting they're going to come in up over here to try to take over all of this territory and prevent us from getting ticking war score. So we're going to start heading up this direction immediately, and we're going to try to meet up with our main forces up here. That's going to be the dream. So we're going to walk in over here, and I'm also thinking that we may want to deal with some of this going on out over here to try to get rid of this nomadic uprising a little faster. So to that end, I don't see any actual troops from the nomadic uprising, now that I think about it. Okay, well, we're just going to keep an eye on this situation then, make sure that they don't walk up here, because they absolutely could, and we don't want them to do that. So they've got, like, this unit here, but we're going to walk in over this way for now. So, yeah, we're very much in debt. That's not a surprise. And we're going to grab this siege. No problem there. Then we're going to walk down over here and try to grab this. Okay, yeah, there's that army. So I'm very glad that I started bringing these forces up. We knew that that was likely going to be a thing, so that is absolutely something that we want to have up over this way. It's going to take them some time to get there, and that is noted. So they just finished their siege here. We're going to knock them out of here. There we go. And we'll take that back. No problem. We have a new heir. Okay, sure. And we want to come over here and get this siege done quickly. Now, they're sieging up here, and this is the war goal. They have a good number of troops, but I think we can actually take them once our forces get up here. It's just going to take them some time here. The world is a cruel place, my child. Indeed. The world is a cruel place. Especially with all this Black Death coming in. This is going to be rough, but we'll see how it goes. What we need right now is to get out of debt as rapidly as we can. We'll throw this guy in jail. We want everybody in jail that's possible at this moment. So that's absolutely understood. That said, we want every vassal in jail that's possible. So that's absolutely fine. Now they're sieging up over here. We'll get up there pretty shortly. And what's the state on the Black Death? Okay, noted. They're going to take really heavy attrition once that happens, but they're already out of supply. So that's absolutely fine. So we've got these guys coming in. I want to check up over here. Yeah, that's still clear. So that looks good. The plan, by the way, is that if anybody shows up over there, we're going to bring in this Holy Order to deal with them. So that should be absolutely fine. That is the plan up that way. So we're going to get this siege completed. Our reinforcements are on the way in. That's now done, and we need to park somewhere up over, like, here, approximately. So that'll be fine, and we're going to need to come up here and fight this, but our reinforcements are still a little ways away. So they are going to make their way up over to here. They're about 6 months away from that. Cool. We need to get up here, and we need to fight this as soon as we can. We will summon the physician. Is that another apocalyptic plague? Okay. That's exciting. Soft approach is best. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, we failed. Sure. So that's understood. We've got significant problems with our monthly income. We're at 9 of 9 right now, and a big part of our issue, of course, is this guy not the happiest in the world. So we'll continue to work on that. And our reinforcements are still making their way through this mountain pass, which is going to take them a little while to get here. What is this war? In humiliation war? This is our vassal? Why would we pay to end this? He was convinced to end the humiliation war. Okay, so we paid 33 gold. It's definitely not ideal. We don't have 33 gold to pay. But for now, that's fine. Okay, there's another faction brewing, which we knew was the case. This is going to be populists. They are Maturidi. I'm going to try demanding conversion on these guys and see if any of them will flip. No? And for a hook. Done. So we'll absolutely do that. That'll get her out of that faction for the moment. This one is now too weak to send an ultimatum, and that's actually all of the factionalism taken care of for now, although that probably won't be the case for much longer. That's going to be very interesting, for sure. So we can grab a golden obligation perk, which we are absolutely going to do. Oh, hang on. We're at 9 out of 11 domain. That's actually very good for us financially. So we can pull back this title. So we're going to revoke that title. That will make us some amount of additional money, putting us at 10 of 11. And that also means that we can station our bombards out over here. But we can't do that while they're raised, apparently. Okay, sure. I'd love to bring up our crossbowman size, but that's just not going to be a thing. As of right now, we could pull back another title, and the question is, what title would we pull back? I guess we could pull back like this up over here. This would be an act of tyranny, so I think we'll avoid that for right now. So that's absolutely noted that that would be an act of tyranny. We don't want to do an act of tyranny at this moment. So we're still making our way through this mountain pass. It's very slow indeed. Eventually we'll arrive up here. Eventually. Man, it's so slow to move around. Okay, we do have another faction brewing. What is this? This is more Matarides. That's this guy. Okay, there's not much we can do about him. So he's probably just going to fire, but at least the faction will be weaker than it would have been. Okay, so up we come here. We just need to get our reinforcements up this way. And did we just manage to sway our... Okay, we did. He is giving us some of his endorsement at this moment. 17 gold per month is better than no gold per month. So that's something, anyway. We're going to make our way on up over here. And the question at this point is anybody heading up this way? Aha! Yes. Okay, so the plan was that we were going to drop in this holy order, which is free. And we're going to do exactly that. They're going to wander in here, and we're just going to take them out like this. Okay. We'll throw this guy in jail. That will be absolutely wonderful. And this army has now arrived here. I'm going to group these together. We are losing supplies, and that's understood. What's the state of the Black Death? Okay, noted. So that is fine for right now. We've got more forces on the way in. These guys are going to be arriving in about 60 days. So we're through the mountainous areas, and we're able to move much more quickly now, and that's very, very good for us. So that seems good. We won our battle up over this direction, which we expected. We did not, however, stack wipe them. Okay. That's unfortunate. We're going to have plague trials. There's nothing we can do about that, to be honest. Okay. So I don't know where these guys are retreating to, but we just have to make sure that they're not up in this area, right? So I'm going to leave these here for right now. So these forces can group together. And all we need now is to get these guys up here. And I think we can come up and take this. That's the idea, anyway. We must cull the sheep. Okay. So we're going to wander up over this direction and look to take this on. We'll summon the physician here yet again. And the game thinks that we're going to lose this up here. Do we agree? Maybe. I'm interested in seeing what they do as we approach. They are coming towards us. I'm just going to hang out here where we have the best defensive advantage. They're walking in on us now, and let's see how this goes. The game thinks we're going to lose this. I'm not 100% sure that I agree on that. Yeah, we're winning it. That's exactly what I thought would happen. It's not a super huge blowout, but this is still an enormous situation because we have managed to win that battle, which pushes them back and allows us the opportunity to siege here, 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 and get ticking war score. So that is enormous. Up over this direction, we're just keeping an eye on the war goal. That seems okay. Hang on, the faction went away up here, at least temporarily. That's very, very good for us. These guys are retreating southward. These are retreating northward. I don't know about that. That's a little bit suspicious. Okay, we'll pursue the flagellants, or persecute the flagellants, rather, and let's get this taken care of. Are there no sick houses? Okay. So we need to head up over this direction. We control Kiva now. We just need to get out of these rebellions. And they're coming back over this direction, which is bad for them. So we're going to grab this back, and we're going to come up right over here. And this force, we're not actually going to catch, I don't think. Yeah, that's okay. So these guys are, if I can select these, there we go. These guys are embarking. That seems okay. So we're at 0% war score here. We're at 47 here. Okay, I want to check up over here. How are things looking? It's looking fine. I'm going to move these guys in here so that they're not in the Plague County, although they're going to be in a Plague County very soon. So that's understood. And these guys are regrouping down over here. So that means that we need to head southward. That pulls us out of this plague-ridden area, which is probably for the best. Here's a question. Can we white peace? We could. I'm going to white piece this. They won't accept this white piece. Okay. I'm going to white piece the nomads. We'll deal with them another time. We don't want to be doing all of this during the Black Death, right? This is very bad, and we're going to have huge amounts of unrest from things like these populists. So that's going to be a very big deal, and we're going to need to deal with that. If we can get... Okay, this should immediately go away. But apparently it isn't. Noted. We're going to fight right here. That's going to be a stack wipe. And the question now is, would he accept a white piece here? He has 11 reasons not to. He's sieging up over here, and these guys are just kind of running in circles. We need to come back up over here, unfortunately. So we need to definitely get this war taken care of as soon as possible at this moment. So these guys are popping, which is sad timing. Really, really sad timing. But we have to do it. Okay, so the leader here is down this direction. Understood. And there's also this force here, and we lost our leader here. I'm going to put this guy in. He's an army organizer, and he'll get us moving around faster. That's a big deal. So we'll get that done, and we need this chancellor to be this lady. That'll be okay. Let's get up here immediately, throw her in jail, and we're going to stack wipe this force. They're grouping together, which is hilarious. We're the defender here, so this is fine. That's a stack wipe, and a second stack wipe. Beautiful. So we're at 28% here, and is this guy willing to white piece? He is. We're going to white piece that. We got to get out of this, and we got to do it now. Okay, so that's a white piece, and now what we need to do is we need to walk down over here. We need to stack wipe this unit. I see there's a leader here. Is that the leader? Yes, that's the leader. So we could theoretically capture him here. That would be a very big deal if that was the case. So we need to come down here and get that taken care of. Let's get in here just as quick as we can, but the plague is awful. We need to not be fighting in this plague, but that's not how it works. So we're at 1% war score right now. We can come out over here and take care of these guys. I'm wondering where the leader is now. Okay, he's now down over here. Gotcha. So that's understood. We need to take care of this unit, and we can actually raise that holy order somewhere. Like down over here. And I'm going to drop that down this direction because the Holy Order appears to be gone at this point. So we can bring these guys in and just teleport them, essentially, down to here, where they can come in and fight this. Beautiful. So that'll be absolutely great. We'll get that taken care of. That's another 10% of this. Okay, we're going to win that, but it's dicey. But that is a victory, it looks like. So we're going to wander off over this direction, get that under control. And this guy is going to be down to 32,000 troops at that point. Cool. So that looks good. We need to get this war over as soon as possible. So these can start making their way out over this direction, but it's going to be rough for them. Black Death is, of course, a significant problem. So we've got these guys down over here. They're actually going to get taken care of. So that's no issue there. This populist uprising is, I think, going to be fine. But I'm concerned about this area. I don't feel like these guys can take that on right now. So for the moment, I just want to walk up over here. The question is, how close is this guy to a white piece? 26 reasons away at this moment. Okay. So that's at 21% war score right there. He'll still not accept. He's 9 reasons away. So we'll wander up over this way. We'll get there in 41 days. We gained a rival. Okay. And there's going to be more factions. We need to put our troops down. 9 months and 12 months. Okay. So these nomads here, this faction never seems to go away. No matter how many times we crush it. I don't know if that's a bug or if it's supposed to work like that. But it never takes a break. But that's 12 months and 9 months. Okay. So we've got a little bit of time here to get this taken care of. We could repent here. Either way, we're going to get a lot of stress. Okay. So we're no longer ambitious. That's understood. And we gained a ludicrous amount of stress from that. We are going to... we could eat our cheese. There we go. And we lose 48 stress, so that's something. And then we can lash out, and that'll bring us down to stress level 2. So that's nice. And then we have a mental break, and we'll become a grouchy leader, most likely. Yes, we'll become a grouchy leader. That brings our stress down a little further. Okay, so now we need to make our way up over this way. These guys have reinforced significantly, so they can now make their way up here. But we gotta get out of this war. And we gotta do it fast. So we're on our way up over this way. I'm assuming we can siege here. Yes. So we'll take that back, and then we'll make our way up over this way. We're at 28%, now 25. This guy's at 5 reasons away from white piecing. Sounds good. We're gonna catch this force here. And we gotta work on coming out of debt. That is absolutely going to be our biggest priority. Okay. Can we white piece this? Yes. We're going to white piece it. There we go. We're going to disband. We're at peace for the moment. This is a momentary peace. A very, very momentary peace. So what we need to do now is we need to get whatever gold we can. We can imprison some vassals here. 0% chance. This is a 0% chance. 0%. 0%. 0%. 0%. 0%. And 7%. Our wife, I don't see a reason to imprison our wife right now. And we need to attempt to negotiate an alliance with this guy. We're low legitimacy. Okay, fair enough. That's definitely a thing. This ransom is not acceptable. He's a vassal, and we cannot have that be a thing. Okay, we can station a men-at-arms regiment right now, and I definitely want to do that. We're going to get this stationed over here. There we go. Cool. So now we need to get out of debt. That's a very big deal. The fact that we got our troops put down is also an incredibly big deal. So that's our prisoner and vassal there. This is our prisoner and vassal, so we have to decline this. This is just our prisoner. We're going to take the 50 gold. That'll bring us a little closer to coming out of debt, but we're a long, long ways away from this. So at this moment, I'd really like to negotiate an alliance with this guy. Mostly it's low legitimacy. That's the problem. Our legitimacy is very, very low. There's no doubt about that, but there's nothing we can do about it until our finances get in order. So there's that. Also, there's that. So that's, you know, a problem. Okay, so we'll lose 52 stress here. Actually, we gained stress. That was unfortunate. Very, very sad. And what are these ransoms? This is not acceptable. This guy is our vassal. We need to keep him under control. So I want to check in through these. So these are some populists here. That's fine. There's no noble vassals there. So that's okay. These are all too weak to send an ultimatum. We've got these populists here. I'm going to go through and we're going to demand conversion from every single one of these vassals. I don't know that that will be successful, but we'll see who all actually agrees. And then we've got these guys over here. This is populists. There's these nomads. Nothing we can do about that. These are populists. We will ask for their conversion. And these are populists over here as well. We can't ask for her conversion, apparently. Nothing going on here. So we'll just let that happen for now. So we need to let our levies reinforce, but the most important thing is we gotta get out of debt. We're a long ways away from that. So this guy says no, and this vassal is not going to be a thing, not going to be a thing. No. No. Yes for a hook. We're giving hooks. We're giving hooks for free at this moment. So any of these people who are willing to convert, we're giving a hook to. We may regret this later, but right now, to keep the realm together, it's absolutely vital. Okay. So we're working on swaying our court chaplain here, and he's making most of his, or he's giving most of his money to us. That sounds good. I'm going to decline that, and we can demand some payments, which we absolutely should be doing. So we can demand payments from all of these people. It's small amounts of gold, but we need every ounce of gold that we can get our hands on at this moment. Lives or gold? We can't risk upsetting the economy. Okay. We're in a bad position here, and it's because of all of the timing. The timing has been truly abysmal on everything. The good news is, this ransom is not acceptable. The good news is we're not at war right now. The bad news is we're also not reinforcing our men-at-arms. Are we working on this here? Yes, we are working on that. Okay. Someone's scheming against us. Shocking. Absolutely stunning, in fact. And these populists are now firing. Okay, so where's their leader at? Their leader is up over here. He's not leading an army at this moment. Okay, I'm going to raise up just our men-at-arms. Where is this? Did this not drop the rally point? Okay, it dropped it there. Cool. So we're going to raise up just our men-at-arms up over here, and we're going to start taking these guys out. So populists aren't that big of a deal. The major problem is we're going to have more behind this, and this is mostly caused by the Black Death. So that's going to be a bit of an issue, but we need to make our way up over here and do what we can. Where is their war leader at this time? Okay, he's way out over there. That's noted. But look at all this. We've got all of these friends, and that is fantastic. We've got allies helping us out, and they're not going to be very organized. So we need to come up over here, eliminate this force as quickly as possible. This ransom is not acceptable. This ransom... Oh, this is not a ransom at all. This guy's just trying to give us a gift. We accept. That's absolutely fine. That ransom is not acceptable. So we're going to fight right up over here. This is going to be a decent chunk of their army. By no means all of it, but a decent chunk. The nomadic uprising has ended. It was no longer valid to continue. I didn't know it had even started. Okay. So that's very good. But presumably it's going to happen again. Okay, so that's a stack wipe out over here. Once we get this done, that'll be about 10% of their army. Okay, so we're going to walk up over this direction and get these guys eliminated. They have stopped moving. Okay, we're going to attack out over here. I don't want to spend money on this. I really, really don't. Okay, so we need to get this eliminated as soon as possible. That's going to be a big chunk of their forces, but it's very hard to move around and do anything in all this plague. That's the main problem right now. Okay, so these guys are firing now too. That's another populist uprising. That's understood. So both of these are populists. This war leader way out over here. Okay. So that's noted. The plan here is that we're going to raise up some troops here, and we're also going to bring in this Holy Order. So that'll be fine. We're going to raise some troops up over this direction, and we need to keep an eye on this situation out over here, which should be fine. There we go. And we apparently lost our leader here. We need to walk down over here next, because we need to just start taking these out, a few at a time. We do have all these allied troops, but we need to make our way over here and start taking those out. So out over this direction, they are moving in to attack us, and the question is, how many troops are we going to raise by the time they get here? And it doesn't look like it's going to be very many. That's looking very bad indeed. Okay, so what we need to do then is we need to hire in at least some mercenaries. I'm thinking that we're going to be best off hiring people like these guys. So I'm going to go... Oh, we can't actually do this because we are too far in debt. Okay, fine. So that's understood. This guy's walking towards us. I was hoping that we would get more forces raised by the time they got here. We had, like, nothing raised. So that's very unfortunate. Okay, so we're retreating back over to here. That's understood. So we're going to drop our rally point here, and we're going to raise whatever we can there. Fine. We do have a perk available. We're going to take It Is My Domain, because we need to get whatever we can back at this moment. Now, where are my loyal subjects? We're going to make our way out over this way, of course, and get this siege completed. They even live by my mercy alone. So there we go. There's that done. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to deal with these populists, and I'm not sure what we can do about all of these guys. Like, this is just populists. There's nothing we can do here. This is just populists. We're going to have a lot of populists, and this is because of the plague. So there's just not much we can do about that other than hope that we get good timings on them, which we've not had good luck on thus far. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge, STL, Spock, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.